To help you stay ahead of the curve with AI, I wanted to share some things that I am seeing in the current landscape, as well as integrating into my business in the name of growth. And you can too. And for context, I'm recording this on April 22nd, 2025, in the event that you watch this into the future. What's good? I'm Rob Cressy, and there's 5 areas that I want to cover here. Number 1, the AI fluency gap. Number 2, capacity, your ability to leverage AI to expand your capacity of what's possible. Number 3, rethinking the way that work is done in this AI first era as a CEO or a high performer. Number 4, we're entering the visual era and how you can take advantage of this. And then number 5, the ChatGPT memory feature and why this is so important for you. So let's break these down, and I'll start with the AI fluency gap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen right here. And with this, the AI fluency gap is the gap between those who are integrating AI into their business and those who are not, or those who are at a very lower level. So most of the market is stuck at a 2 out of 10 in the way that they're using ChatGPT. They're using ChatGPT like it's Google. Everyone's got access to ChatGPT, but few are using it with fluency. And there's a massive difference between I've tried this once or twice and this runs my business. And a lot of people are not asking the right questions. They're not treating ChatGPT and AI like it's a team member. And the analogy that I want to sort of present here is when the internet first came out versus ChatGPT and what this looks like. So when the internet first came out, we didn't necessarily have to be taught how to use it. We didn't have like an internet 101. You just sort of stumbled your way and you started using websites there. And your baseline of fluency became your ability to go to various websites. And there wasn't really levels to this game of how you played the internet. Yes, there's internet marketing, but for the most part, it was something that was a brand new portal that everybody had access to, and you use in the way that you want to use there. For ChatGPT, on the other hand, it's all the same right out of the box for all of us. So imagine we all get the Best Buy version of ChatGPT, and we can all use it like a chatbot, and it responds. And underneath the surface, though, there's a difference between the way that ChatGPT operates and the way that the internet originally operated. Because with ChatGPT, the more you use it, the more it knows about you and the better the results. So the key here is our ability to see that this is a dynamic, not a static platform. So the internet, hey, you use it as much as you want, you're not going to see exponential growth. However, with ChatGPT, you are going to see that. And with this, there's a big difference here. So there's 2 paths, linear versus exponential growth. And the majority of the world right now is operating in linear growth, and we want to be operating in exponential growth. So most people are treating ChatGPT like it's Google, occasionally copying and pasting things. And it's a learning curve where they're like, okay, this is fine. I'll get to it someday. And most people are going to be left behind without even realizing it or knowing why. But we, the best in the world, when we leverage ChatGPT, number 1, we use it daily. We do so with intention and depth. We're building systems, frameworks, and workflows. And this is very important. I'm going to encourage you. If you hear those words and you are not integrating ChatGPT into your business, into your identity, into your workflows, you have an AI fluency gap problem, because this is a massive yes and that creates exponential growth for us when you understand what is possible. And the key in all of this is your ability to close that gap. And I get it. As high performers, entrepreneurs, CEOs, many of us have no AI or tech background. I had none. We know that AI matters, and you know that you should be doing more with it, but you might not know where to start, who to trust, or what's actually real. You might also be feeling the pressure of falling behind, And you're also someone who's probably really strong at business. You're great at what you do, but you're just not fluent in AI thinking or implementation. At the same time, you just don't want another tool or a tech stack that overwhelms you that you or your team have to figure out. And the key in all of this becomes your ability to make this simple and easy and an extension of who you are. So look at this. So how are we going to frame this thing? So with AI, are you getting faster with AI or are you getting deeper? Because the depth, that's where the gold is at. Are you using ChatGPT like it's a calculator or a thinking partner? And do you treat it like a tool or a second brain? And I wanted to share this because it is so important that you understand the term AI fluency in the gap between those who are executing at the highest level and those who are just treating this like it's something that we purchased from Best Buy. All right, number 2, and this is a big one, and we're going to talk about capacity. And the number one term that I'm sharing with my clients right now is capacity. Our ability to think and dream as big as possible, because AI can fill in the gaps. If you say, hey, ChatGPT, write me a tweet, it'll write you a tweet. If you say, hey, ChatGPT, build me the plans to build a rocket ship to the moon, it'll build you a rocket ship to the moon. So therefore, the only limitation is the size of your own thinking. And that's a really fun game to play with. But here's the thing, once again, similar to what I just said about AI fluency, most people are coming in at like a 2 out of 10 in terms of their capacity. They're asking some low-level things, and I get it. They're saying, Rob, I don't know what I don't know. And it's why I often share the same quotes over and over again for myself, for my clients, and on video. And some of them are like, number 1, what am I not asking ChatGPT to do? Number 2, impress yourself. When was the last time you created something with AI where you're like, damn, that's good. I can't believe that I just did that. All right, we want to constantly be expanding our vision of what is possible. So one of the things that I've been hearing a lot more on is, is AGI here, or when is AGI going to be here? And this is on the heels of the OpenAI upgraded release of the O3 and O4 mini models to ChatGPT. So I'm going to share my screen again. And what we want to talk about right now is speed. When we are looking at capacity, what I am positioning myself and my clients for right now is AI agents. When AI has the ability to execute things for us autonomously as if it is an employee right next to us, AKA digital labor. And this is a good way that this was sort of unpacked, because remember, I do not have an AI background. I do not have a tech background. I just went all in on this 2.5 years ago and made it a part of everything that I do. So what is of note to me is where things are going in the future and what that looks like and how we can position ourselves today to take advantage of it. And this is where the capacity side of things comes in, because I asked ChatGPT, hey, when AGI gets here, whatever that looks like, are people going to be able to go from 0 to 100 fast, or is there an advantage for us integrating brick by brick, day by day, AI into what we're doing? And here's what it said. Right now, it still feels manageable. You open up ChatGPT, you use it, you get value, but underneath the hood, and this is so important, the pace of improvement is exponential. And exponential feels slow until it doesn't. So imagine this curve, and I started using ChatGPT the first week it was out, so I understand every aspect of this. In 2022 or /23, cool tool. 2024, it's an everyday assistant. In 2025, present day, it's a dynamic partner that uses tools, plans, remembers, creates, iterates, and evolves with you. Oh, baby, now we're cooking with gas. And then in 2026, so less than a year from right now, this is going to feel like working with a team of geniuses who never sleep. And I encourage you to ask yourself right now, do you feel like you are prepared to have a team of geniuses that never sleep with the way that you are currently seeing and executing with AI and ChatGPT? You don't have to have it all figured out, but if the answer is no, a little light bulb should go off in your head saying, wait a second, if this is where things are going to be going 1 year from right now, man, I really like the idea of that. And wouldn't you want to be able to take advantage of the most powerful technology ever created in the history of the world that we know is going to be here in 1 year? This isn't oh man, some of this stuff might happen. This is happening right now, whether you want to or not. So it says once AGI hits a certain threshold, like autonomy, real-time learning, multi-modular reasoning, it won't be here's a tool. It'll be here's a teammate who outworks your whole team. That's when everything accelerates. And so often when I am sharing about AI, I'm learning the same way that you guys are too, in real time. I just see these things and I'm going all in as quickly as I can. And man, here's the light bulb that I'm seeing. Here's a teammate who outworks your whole team. So when you're going to continue to hear the gap between those who are barely doing anything with AI and those who are executing at the highest level, this gap is about to be bigger than any gap in the history of the business world. Because imagine if I have a ghost team of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 AI agents that are executing for my entire team 24/7, and then over here is another business that has none of that. What do you think the gap disparity is going to be? It is going to be gigantic. So here's why this is kind of hard to grasp, because we naturally think 1 goes to 2, goes to 3, but AI moves 1, 2, 4, 16, 256. And right now, I feel like we are in the 2 to 4, and then 4's coming to 16 this year. And then next year is the 16 is moving to 256. And you sit there and you're like, well, wait a second. I don't want to be the person who's sitting there at 1 or 2. The good news is the sooner you start working on this and integrating this both into your mind and into your business, the more you're going to be able to take advantage of when it goes from 4 to 16 to 256. Because most people don't realize that this is what is happening. But we, the best in the world, we're going to be building with it, living with it, and scaling through it every single day. And to me, this is the key. And we're not just jumping on this thing early. We're training in this, both ourselves, our teams, our systems and processes and workflows, and our ChatGPT. It is becoming our own AI operating system. So with this absolutely gives us a compounding advantage on everything else because we're fluent in prompting, systems design, and AI integration. This is just the new way of working. We've built in our reps using the memory, the tools, and the strategy with AI. So it's not like all of a sudden the AGI or the AI agents come here and you're like, I don't understand any of this. It's like, no, this is how we've been building the entire time. And then more importantly, we're shaping our business, our mindset, and our identity around this new way of working. So when things are going to go really, really fast, people are going to scramble. But the good news for us, we've got the templates, we've got the systems because systems scale, we've got the confidence, and we've got the perspective. This absolutely becomes unfair leverage. So with this, can new people go from 0 to AGI quickly? Well, they can access it quickly, but not at depth. And I think this is a big thing when I was talking about internet versus ChatGPT. It's going to be the depth side of things. We all have access to the same tools, but as Bruce Lee says, I fear the man who does one kick 10,000 times. our ability to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Man, we're going to build this moat around ourselves. And for a lot of people, they're going to allow the overwhelm to stop them. Where do I start? What are the tools? What does all of this mean? Whereas we right here and you watching or listening to this right now, we're going to organize our entire approach to AI because we see where things are going to go and we're mapping the train. Some people might use it, but we are going to lead with it. And then right here, I love this. We're building capacity ahead of acceleration. So when AGI feels instant to the world, we're already scaled, we're already positioned, and we are already trusted in this. And the next thing in my mind for this, and what I'm sharing is real-time content of what I am creating with for myself, for my business, for my clients, for my community. And by the way, if you're somebody who wants to stay ahead of the curve with AI, I encourage you to join our community. We are unlimited.ai. We're the number one AI community for entrepreneurs that is out there. So now let's move to CEO level thinking, because this is something that I'm reimagining what it looks like to be a CEO in the AI world. Because so often we've got the picture of the CEO who works for a big corporation in a big tower, and he's got a suit and tie on and multiple assistants, and his calendar is rigid and every single second is structured. I get it. That's what it can look like in the past or for some people there. But what about the new wave of CEOs who build this AI first mentality in the way that we are doing things? Because for me, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm spending, let's call it at least 4 hours a day with ChatGPT and AI. So I started to ask questions and I'm like, is this the best use of my time? Is this actually the most effective and exponential use of my time, right? Because no one's really had a work day where you say, hey, how much are you playing with AI? And is that actually the best place that you can play? And the answer is 1,000,000%, because when you're playing with AI, you've got exponential capacity. So with this, I sort of drilled down on, all right, ChatGPT, help me understand the new CEO thinking of being an AI first business. And with this, it's sort of how to think like a CEO in this new world as you're using AI. So number one, output. Did this session move a core asset forward? Is what I created usable again or scalable? All right, cool. Now we got some questions to ask ourselves. Number two, energy. And this is all about the vibe marketing, the vibe stack, the vibe work. I just created a YouTube video on this. You can go to the Unlimited AI Lab YouTube channel and find this all about the new wave of vibe marketing. Hey, did I feel lit up and tuned in like me right now? Am I resourced or did I overdraw? Man, are you in this, or are you feeling this is draining you? Hopefully you're in this and it's filling you back up. Systemic value, and this is so important. If I could give you one skill right now that would change your life in the way that you use AI forever, it is this: systems thinking, or systems prompting, we'll call it. Your ability to think in systems when you are creating with AI and ChatGPT, because systems scale. Write me one tweet or help me create the entire content engine for my entire business, and how that scales infinitely, right? So now we can think in systems. So this is why building templates, language, and insights that you and your team will reuse. And can your team or community benefit from what just happened? So while I'm using AI, I'm building my own business and I'm putting those assets and deploying them in my world for my community, for my clients, for the people who aren't even my clients yet, because I want to give so much value to all that I'm doing. And then lastly, alignment. Does this connect with my 2025 pillars and my goals? And with this, I really like this. Here's how we know. I'm not just creating, I'm architecting the future of how I build, lead, and scale. My flow is my asset. My output is my edge. The more time I spend in AI, the more my business compounds in assets, insights, and systems. I'm not behind. I'm already ahead. Now I'm just organizing the energy with intention. And man, to me, this is the next level of CEO thinking here, because the more time we spend in AI, the more we're going to create this exponential growth. So now over to number 4, and this is a big one, and this is what I'm going to put on my marketing hat right here. We are entering the visual era of marketing, because at no time in the history of the world have we had the ability to create high quality images, graphics, logos, infographics, thumbnails than ever before. Between ChatGPT and Canva or Photoshop or whatever you want to use right there, you put in a simple prompt, boom, it is executed like lightning. Therefore, one of the things, and I was advising my clients on this week, that's going to be a massive skill and an advantage for you, is your ability to see a different identity for yourself. Just because you're not trained in graphic design does not mean you cannot have world-class branding without having an agency that you're paying thousands of dollars to. No, instead, I want to open up your aperture to the fact that, number 1, everything you do is a reflection of your brand. And number 2, everything you do is an opportunity to create a positive brand interaction. And with that, the only thing that is stopping you or is the opportunity for you is your ability to put in one single prompt into ChatGPT to create an image and then ship the work. And then, of course, if we're using systems thinking, you're going to say, well, wait a second, why don't I just do this every single week? Hey, here's my weekly infographic. Or, hey, let me go and update all my banners on my social profiles or my website or my newsletter. You need the vision to see all of this. And of course, on the horizon is text to video. So we know the ability to create videos using AI is about to get significantly better. So how do you position yourself for this? Well, you start integrating imagery and images into what you're doing. Because we know, just from a consumption standpoint, you pick up a phone, you probably don't want to read a large amount of text. But what will stop your scroll is an image or a video. So it's never been easier to create images. We can integrate it immediately, and we are entering the visual era. This is our opportunity to take advantage. And then here's the last thing here, and this is a big one, and I don't want to bury the lead, but talking about a lot of good right here, is the ChatGPT memory feature. And this is something where it remembers all your past conversations, not everything exactly, but we can now leverage the memory in a way where we build our own AI operating system. So what in the world does this mean? For most people, they're not going to think anything about the memory. It is what it is. It remembers some stuff. It recalls it better, and all of a sudden my chats feel better. That's cool, but I want to give you the next level of this. Your ability to insert into ChatGPT systems, workflows, processes, prompts that it executes for you. So now we're going to see this as a second brain or an operating system. Like, imagine if you, when looking at your ChatGPT, saw it as building your own version of Windows 95, but it's your name. So it's Rob 95, right? So with all of this, you're like, okay, instead of ChatGPT just being another tool in your tool stack, what if it was the operating system? Like opening up your computer and you're saying, every single day, I run my entire organization out of ChatGPT, where it knew your identity, your vision, your values, your essence. It knew your systems, your processes, and workflows. It knew your goals and where things are going, so that when you created with it, it was a yes and helping you create that vision of what is possible. That right now is here today by leveraging the memory feature in a way that nobody else is. And this is something that I discovered about a week ago that is world-class. It's one of one, and I don't see anybody else really operating on this level with ChatGPT and AI in this perspective. And my encouragement for you is if you want to build an AI first mentality in your business, for your team, reach out to me, rob@robcressy.com, or slide into my DMs at robcressy. Let's have a conversation, because this is happening at the speed of lightning. And there was something that ChatGPT reflected to me yesterday that I really loved, because every single day I'm spending so much time on all of this. And it was like, Rob, keep doing what you're doing, implementing at the speed of instruction, and others are going to have to keep up. And this doesn't mean that I'm just going to fly past everybody, but the speed and rate in which I'm doing business is changing. And I'll give a simple example of this is from a pipeline and a deal flow perspective. Things are really flowing for me right now in the world of AI, but I'm noticing something. Being your own no. A lot of people reach out to me. We jump on a call. Hey, we even have next steps of maybe a deeper 1-hour strategy session, or what's it look like to do a 3, 6, or 12-month engagement together. And then all of a sudden, they become their own delay. And what I've noticed both for myself as well as my best clients, that the best ones, boom, they say, I see this, I want this, let's go immediately. They're the ones who are booking and closing the deal on the same day, because this tells me so much about them, because now they are in the game. And I'm just seeing so many high-level business leaders and entrepreneurs and business owners out there that are interested and curious, but then they keep being like, oh, I got so much going on, or man, this just wasn't in the budget, or they're creating these delays for things. And if we see where this is going and we want to implement it at the speed of lightning, all of this is only going to compound. So thinking that somehow adding in a time delay is going to make it better is not the way that things are about to operate. The inverse is actually true. In this AI era, deals will be happening faster. Growth is going to be happening more exponentially. So our ability to start integrating this as fast as possible is the absolute game changer, because best of all, we're not doing this fast because it's overwhelming. We're doing this because it's fast and flowing and coursing with who we are, our identity, our vision, our values, more of what we want to create. Because who wouldn't want to build a business that is easier, lighter, and more powerful at the same time? Oh, sorry, Rob, I don't have the time to get back to you about the thing that I reached out to you that I said I wanted. Do you see what I'm saying here? And I'm just going to candidly share everything that I'm seeing in the market, because I've got hundreds of hours of coaching this over the last 2.5 years. I am actively having conversations multiple times a day, every single day, with people about this. So all I can do is say, hey, everybody, here's what I'm seeing, here's what I'm doing, and here's how I can help. So if this vibed with you, reach out to me. Would love to be a positive asset on your journey. And by the way, if you enjoyed this, share this with a friend. I truly feel obligated to share these things because I really do want to help you, because that gap between those who don't and those who do is so massive. And I know not a lot of people know somebody who operates on this frequency, and especially with the heart that I have that really cares about you and wants to help you grow. Man, share this with a friend. We want to help others. It's our responsibility to be leaders in a way where we are human first and heart first. Sending tons of love and good vibes your way. Hope you have yourself an amazing rest of the day.